Hello and welcome to class today. Today we want to look at a question on indices. And the question says simplify 16 over 9 all to the power of negative 3 over 2 multiplied by 16 raised to the power of negative 3 over 4. Now all raised to the power 1 by 3. So let's enjoy this class together. Now to handle this, we're going to have, okay, now I want to quickly show you something. In maths, if you write 9 raised to the power 1 over 2, it means you collect the denominator of the fraction. The fraction is 1 over 2. So we use the denominator to describe the scene. It's going to be square root of 9. When we are done, raised to the power 1. If you see 27 raised to the power 1 over 3, we collect the fraction and analyze it. What's the fraction? 1 over 3. Now, because the denominator of the fraction is 3, like 1 over 3 if you take it, the denominator is 3. Because of that, we say cube root. We will say cube root. So we put 3 in this corner. Cube root of 27. When we are done, we raise it to the numerator that we are yet to use, which is 1 in this case. Okay? This is going to help. That's why I'm taking my time to do this. Okay? Now, let's have the main question together now. Let's have it together. The main question, let's have it together. All right. So this is it. Now, let's deal with the question together. If you look very closely, you discover that here, you have a fraction as an index. And that fraction is negative 3 over 2. Now, what's the denominator of that index? That index, the denominator is 2 actually, because it's negative 3 over 2. All right, so because the denominator of the index is 2, we will say inside the bracket, we are going to say, because the denominator here is 2, we are going to say, see what I'm saying? Because the denominator here is actually 2, denominator here is actually 2, we are going to say square root of 16 over 9. When we are done, we raise the answer to power minus 3. Now, multiply by, if you come over here, the denominator of this index is 4. Because of that, we say 4th root. Alright, 4th root means write 4 inside in this corner. Square root, if you put 2 here, is correct, or just a symbol means square root. But if you put 2, there is no issue. So if it's more than 2, you have to indicate it. Like cube root, you put 3. 4th root, you put 4. 5th root, you put 5, as the case may be. So the 4th root of 16, when we are done, we raise the answer to power minus 3. But remember, everything should be raised to power 1 over 3. Raised to power 1 over 3. Now, let's carry on. Now, we go to the next line and keep enjoying the question. All right. What's the square root of 16? 4. Square root of 9? 3. Then, raise to the power of negative 3. Multiplied by the 4th root of 16 is 2. 2 raised to the power of minus 3. Why is the 4th root of 16 2? That's because 2 multiplied by itself 4 times will give you 16. 2 times 2, 4. 4 times 2, 8. 8 times 2, 16. Or you can say that the 4th root of 16 is 2 because if you collect that 2 and raise it to power 4, it will give you back the 16. Alright? Of course, here the square root of 4 is of 16. Here, over here. Square root of 16 is 4. Because if you square the 4, it gives you back the 16. Square root of 9, 3. Because if you square the 9, the 3, it gives you back the 9. Alright? So this one, we're going to write our, this is raised to the power of 1 by 3. Now, good. Now, before I take another step, let me show you another thing. See, in maths, if you write 5 raised to the power minus 3, it means it can be written as 1 over 5 raised to the power of 3. If the number is raised to a negative index, what will happen is that you just take the reciprocal by putting, once you put 1 over the number, you cancel out the minus sign. So, this is it. If I have, let's say, 3, let me not use 3, let me use another number. Let's say I have 7 raised to the power of minus 5. It can be written as 1 over 7 raised to the power of positive 5. And so on and so forth. Okay? Now, I want to take another action now. So, let's go together. Or better still, if you have a fraction that is raised to a negative index, look at the fastest way to handle it. you can just interchange the denominator and the numerator and remove the negative sign. Like if I have, let's say 2 over 5 raised to the power of minus 7. If I don't want long story, what I will do is I will swap the position of what? I will take the 5 up and take the 2 down and then cancel the minus sign. What I mean is I will write it as 5 over 2 raised to the power of positive 7. Very fast. Okay? Now, so let's return to the question. I'm doing all of this to make sure you enjoy this engaging lesson. All right, so look at it. So we can swap this by writing 3 over 4, and then we now cancel out the minus sign and just write positive 3 multiplied by, we'll do a similar thing here. Here, write 1 over, all right, you can write this 1 over 1 first, then when you now swap, or just do it directly, this one, write it as we put 1 over it. It's going to be 1 over 2 raised to the power of 3. Close the bracket. Everything raised to the power 1 over 3. See, we are progressing. Now, I want to show you another thing again that is important. If I have 2 times 3, all to the power of 3, look at what it means. If I don't want to multiply 2 times 3 to get 6, and then to say 6 raised to power 3, I can say 2 will be affected by power 3, and then 3 will be affected by power 3. They are the same. I want to carry out an action. That's why I'm telling you this. If you have 2 things joined together with multiplication sign and they're having an index, it's something as putting the index on each of them before multiplying. Okay, so please take note of this one because I want to carry out an action now that this information will be helpful. Okay, so look at it. So I'm going to have it like this. Watch. I'm going to have it like this. I'm going to say 3 over 4 to the power of 3 first. Now, this index concerns everything inside the bracket. So I'm going to say this one like this should come out, and then this index will affect. Just like that example I just brought now. So I'm going to say all of these should be raised to power 1 over 3 first, multiplied by, I collect this one, which is 1 over 2 raised to the power of 3. Now, let the index affect this one also. Okay? Now, another step. If I have 2 raised to the power of 2, if I have 2 raised to the power of 2 raised to the power of 5 outside, a number raised to an index raised to another index, it means that you can keep the number and then you now multiply the indices, which is like 2 raised to the power of 10. Remember, this is not part of our solution. I want to carry out an action. That's why I'm showing you this. Okay? Now, so let's take away this because it's not part of our work. I only brought it to explain this concept. Now, that means that this one will become, this one can become or should become 3 over 4. 3 over 4 will come out, and then we multiply the powers together. 1 like this. Okay? Now, if you don't want it that way, please, you can, if you don't want it that way, you can, okay, if you don't want it that way, please do it this way. If that is a challenge, what you do is you can handle it this way. Now, 3 raised to power 3 is going to be 27. All over 4 raised to power 3 is going to be 64. Now, raised to the power of 1 by 3 times, if you come over here, 1 all over 2 raised to power 3 is 8. It's 2 times 2, 4 times another 2, which is 8. So it's going to be 8 raised to the power of what? 1 over 3. Okay, so like the other step, if it's challenging, please follow this one. Because the denominator of this index is 3, we're going to say cube root. We write 3 in this corner, meaning cube root of 27 over 64. When we are done, we raise our answer to power 1. Multiply by, if you come over here, because the index again, denominator of the index is 3, we say cube root of 1 over 8. When we are done, this remaining one that is here that we have not used, we are going to raise to power 1. Okay? Now, cube root of 27 is going to be 3. It's 3 because 3 times itself, 3 in 3 places will give you 27. 3 times 3, 9. 9 times 3, 27. Now, cube root of 64 is going to be 4. That's because 4 raised to power 3, or 4 times 4 times 4, in 3 places will give you 64. Now, so we are done with this one to power 1 times, if you come over here, this is cube root 2. So cube root of 1 is 1. Cube root of 8 is 2. Alright, to the power of 1. Now, anything raised to power 1 means just that thing in one place. Alright, so 3 over 4 to power 1 means just 3 over 4. Multiplied by 1 over 2, which is half, raised to power 1 means 1 over 2 in one place is 1 over 2. Okay, so the answer to the question is going to be 3 by 8. 3 by 8 is the final solution to the question we're given to simplify. So, thank you for staying from the beginning of the lesson down to this time. So we are saying that the whole of this question given to us to work on is actually equal to what? This question? We are saying that this question is equal to 3 over 8. Now let me quickly give you something. To try. Alright, so I have something for you. Here we go. So ensure you do it. When you are done, remember to put the answer in the comment section. If you are here to follow me, ensure you follow, and then try and tell somebody about Math Albertua. Thank you for staying to the end.